Yo, what's up YouTube? Crash Wilcox. I know I've been cranking these videos out lately, like I said in a previous video. I'm trying to get as many of these out as I can before the end of the Christmas season. I know there's time is drawing near, but you guys probably still go find some deals out there on some PC components. So I just want to throw my hat in the ring and kind of show you guys just my take on one more graphics card. So this is the graphics card that I'm currently using in my PC. If you guys watched my $1,500 Ryzen 9 3900X build, you saw me put this graphics card in there, and it's what I currently use. But since I have it, I thought I would kind of show it off a little bit more, and I am happy with it. I think it was a good purchase, so just gonna jump into it here. As you guys can see, just kind of show you off the box here. Don't mind that the front of this box got a little bit dinged up, but nevertheless, there's the box for you. Not going to get too deep in the weeds with this card. I'm more interested in showing you guys the benchmarks so you guys can see how it performs, because obviously it can be the prettiest card in the world, but if it doesn't give you the FPS you're looking for, then it's not worth your money. So that's mostly what this video is going to focus on, and I'm going to do the typical benchmarks that I do. Borderlands 3. I am doing a Ghost Recon Breakpoint in there for the first time, but I'm going to be doing them a little bit differently. I'm trying to run through different variations. So I think for Borderlands 3, we're going to have DirectX 11, DirectX 12 in 1440p and 1080p, so you guys can kind of see how it compares. Same thing in, I think, World War Z. We're running it a few different variations. Ghost Recon Breakpoint as well. And then I've got Call of Duty, just a normal multiplayer. Spoiler alert, I smashed it. I was killing it in Call of Duty, so a little humble brag. And then I do have a surprise benchmark, kind of caught me off guard at the end with Guild Wars 2. So you guys can see that. And then just to run through really quickly just some of the specs. I mean, you guys can get these online if you want, but if you're watching this, I'll give them to you right now. So let me pull this up actually. So for the dimensions of the card, so for the dimensions of the card, you got the length of the card here. Let me set this over here. You got the length of the card is sitting at 297 millimeters, but since no one knows what the hell that means, it's 11.7 inches long. The width of the card, so the width right here, we got 140 millimeters, 5.5 inches, and then the thickness of the card, this isn't the thickest card on the market, but it's a little beefy card, at 58 millimeters or 2.3 inches. And then the total weight of the card is 1,406 grams or 3.1 pounds basically. So pretty hefty little card. It does come with a nice back plate. Pretty nice style on it. Just that brushed black. Looks pretty good. It's a pretty solid card, but pretty beefy. And then you can see it's got, what is that? 3 display ports and an HDMI. And then it does have, and you guys will see the pictures I'll put in here as well, but some LED right here lights up, looks pretty nice. And it comes with, it takes 2 8-pin power connectors to power it. One big thing here is you can see, I believe it touches on it on the front here. Yeah, it's got 8 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory. The thing to note about GDDR6 as opposed to 5, GDDR5 I think runs at about 8 gigabytes per second of transfer speed, whereas GDDR6 runs around 14 to 16 gigabytes per second of transfer speed. So just a lot faster of a card. And then it is also lower on the power consumption. This still is sort of a hog. I think it lists at around 225 watts for the power draw, but still a little bit lower on the memory draw on this, which is good. And yeah, I mean, it runs well, 1440p, obviously or 1080p, I'm sorry, it does really well. 4K, I don't have a 4K monitor, so I don't test it on 4K. I don't know how many people are actually gaming on 4K currently, but just from other tests that I've seen done on this card, it handles fairly well, but it wouldn't be a good option for you for I don't think if you're gaming at 4K, this is the card for you. This is a good 1440p or 2K card. This is kind of the sweet spot for this. And then if you're gaming at 1080p, this is probably overkill for you. You could probably go and get something a lot cheaper. When I got this, it was on Black Friday, and I got it with promo codes and the like. It was around $405 I got it for. So if I was gaming at 1080p, I probably wouldn't pay that much for a graphics card, but it does do well at 1440p. So that's about it that I'm gonna talk to you guys about. Oh, and it's a pretty quiet card too. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear. I did take a video. It was just with my phone while the game was running through a benchmark, so you could kind of see it operating under a load. And it's pretty quiet. I mean, you can't hear it under a full load. So maybe you guys will be able to pick that up in the video. But really quiet card. So with that, like I said, I'm not going to get too deep into the weeds. I know you guys just want to see benchmarks, see how this thing performs. I can say whatever I want about it, but if it doesn't actually perform, then it doesn't perform. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into these benchmarks. And then if I'm benchmarking any games that you guys don't really care about, I know Guild Wars 2 is an older game, but I do feel like people still play MMOs and stuff, so I want to have something in there that you guys can kind of reference. But if there's a game that you want to see, or if you have questions or concerns about this card, please let me know, man. I'm happy to answer down in the comments. But otherwise, let's get into these benchmarks.
All right, 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 all right
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth